Hello everyone, I hope you can hear me. Today we are doing a review on this Kubota SVL 75-3. So I've had this machine for about 200 hours now, about 2 months. And we have worked this thing very, very hard every single day. As you can see, there's a couple little scratches here in that gray, it shows up a little more. But overall, we've been able to keep this thing pretty clean. This machine has been overall super great. It is a 2026 SVL 75-3. It's a 74.9 horsepower engine. Okay, so back here is what the engine compartment looks like. So the fuel tank is in the door, and here is a opening so you can fuel it up with the door closed, and then you can lock it up underneath this so no one can get in there. I personally just open the door up every time because the transfer tank on my truck is not wired into the battery, so I hook up to these terminals here. This is a ground and then the power. So that's what I do. I just open the door up. Also at the same time check the air filter right here, and then you can do your daily maintenance checks. So those are all listed off right here. I believe this comes standard on every machine. I don't think that my shop put this on, but it's possible. So here, if you want to pause and look, these are the daily maintenance checks that you should do. And then here, all the filters are super easy to get to: fuel filter, oil filter, and then to get to the hydraulic filter, you do have to lift the cab, but that is super easy. You just pull 2 bolts right here and right there on the inside, and then the whole cab just tips up super easy, and then you can change out that filter. So after 50 hours you do have to do the 50-hour service, the break-in service, which is engine oil and filter and hydraulic filter. Also, they recommend that you check track tension by greasing the tracks and expanding them. So these tracks are tensioned by grease. Most equipment is. You just pop those 2 off right there. Those are 17 mil, and hook up your grease gun to it, and the grease fitting expands the tracks out. That makes it a lot super easy to do. And one thing I do recommend is, if you can get the machine completely off the ground, that is a good idea. If not, it's okay. You can tip your bucket down, lift yourself up, so then it takes a majority of the tension off, and then you can really tighten those tracks up a little better. So far I haven't had any issues with this machine. The only thing that we did have a slight issue with was the hydraulic fluid a little low, but apparently within the first 100 hours it's working out all the bubbles and stuff, so it did drop down. They did come out and add a quart right away. I called them up, I said, hey, my machine's low on hydraulic fluid, it's brand new, what's going on? And they didn't want me to be upset or mad or anything, so they immediately sent their service team out. They came, added a quart, and was able to get me going again. I didn't want to run the machine low or anything like that, especially since being a brand new machine. You do get a full warranty with this machine when you buy it brand new. It comes with a 2-year warranty, and you can add on an additional 2 years if you'd like. You also have the entire 2-year period to add the 2 years if you would like. So you don't have to decide right then and there. If you decide in 2 years, after you beat the machine up pretty good, say, hey, I want to add another 2 years, you can do that then. So that is one good thing about this machine, is the warranty. Also, if you finance the machine, you do have to have insurance. So I put half down on this machine and financed the other half. So you can look up the price and see how much I put down and see how much the machine is. It varies very slightly from dealer to dealer, but they're all right around the same price. Finance half, and when you finance half, you do have to have an insurance on the machine. Kubota provides insurance if you don't have it, or you can use your own business insurance. But I called my business insurance and they didn't have exactly what I needed or what Kubota required, so I did end up just going with the Kubota insurance. Super simple, they added into the payment, and that covers pretty much everything. So say if the machine fell off the trailer, you didn't strap it down good enough, you didn't chain it down, you're driving, it falls off the trailer, they cover any damages. You just have to pay a $250 deductible, which is pretty nice. So basically you can completely total out this machine and get a new one for $250. So that's pretty nice. This Reslo cutting edge, I also did get the flat. It comes with a smooth edge, but I opted for this. This has been amazing. I recommend anyone get this cutting edge if they are doing any sort of dirt work or anything. It is great. You can clean streets with it, you can dig into hard material with it, you can grade with it, you can back drag, you can do everything. It's very, very good edge. So the teeth, there is technically a smooth edge right there, and then the teeth are slightly raised up, so you can still get your teeth in there and break into some hard material, but you can also grade very, very easily with it. Is very good. The grease points on this machine are all super easy to access. So you've got 1, 2, a third one right there, same here, and then you come around here, you actually do have one for the quick attach. It is below that hydraulic line right there, and same thing here, it's on that little cylinder. And then you come around here, you've got, so there's 3 there, 4 there, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got 10 on each side, and that is super, super easy. You can see there, we just cleaned this machine out, but that grease is a pain to get off. So here's another view at the engine bay here, and you do get an extra fuel cap in case you lose yours, which is pretty nice. So I'm gonna close this up because it's raining, and right now I did put this little pin in here, and that stops the door from closing, and then you just drop it in the other side there. And when you do have a full tank, it does make that back door pretty heavy. So it comes with a backup camera, and now I'm gonna jump inside, show you guys what the interior looks like. I still do have the seat cover on, so we're gonna jump in here. It might be kind of hard to take a video because I don't have the widest angle, but we'll do our best. So let me, okay, so here it's been raining and I left the door open on accident, so we're gonna press the button to turn it on right there. I'm gonna put in my code, and this is what the screen looks like. So engine preheating, runs the glow plugs. You can see we have our screen here, so we can do music, Bluetooth audio. You can go here, so if you press this home button right here, I'll put these down. Press this home button right here, and this shows you everything. So you got your duty log here. This tells you the amount of hours the machine was ran on each day. Go back here. How do you get that? And then you can just tap on the screen and it'll pop that back up. Your maintenance intervals. So here is that. Hydraulic oil, tells you everything. Air cleaner. Tells you everything here. to do, and then you can just reset it once you've done that. We're gonna go ahead and crank up this heat. So here's the heat, hot there. Turn this on. This stuff blows amazing. Super cold in the summertime, super warm in the winter time. Right in there, one of those popped open. So this is where you hold the bolt for that, so you can pop the cab open. Right here is your washer fluid, super easy to get to. And then over here you have all of your buttons. So once you put your safety bar down, you unlock the hydraulics with this, press that button, that goes away. Parking brake is right here. This is for auxiliary hydraulics. Windshield wiper. This is to keep your bucket level the entire time you lift. Lights, headlights, and tail lights. And then this is a factory option. It comes with a button for a beacon. It doesn't come with a beacon, but it comes with a button for the beacon. So now you can control the entire screen with this knob here as well. But there's a setting where you can just turn on the touchscreen, so that is the best option for me. This is a very good screen. You can watch all your stuff here. I think that this is a good screen, but most of the time when I'm running, I go on, which screen do I go on? I go on, and this screen is also fully customizable. You can see here, you can change out anything you want. So most of the time when I'm running, I'll do this, and you can have your camera on the entire time you're driving around. I think that this is a very good option, especially if you're working in a spot with a lot of people. Then you can see what's going on. You can also check to make sure your guys are still working as you're driving away. So this is a very good option to have on the entire time you're running, and this is what I use. And it just minimizes everything down here. So this is the main screen. If you turn this on, it shows you that stuff, but on a smaller little spot down there. So if you turn your auxiliary hydraulics on, it says there. If you press it again, if you hold it, then you go into high flow, and it blinks and shows you you're in high flow, and then you turn it off like that. This is an emergency stop button right there, and that is a no regen button. If your machine gets stuck in regen or something like that, you press that button. So over here we've got two ports. One is a USB and one is a normal 12 volt. You've got vents here on both sides, emergency breakout door right there, and then you've got another 1, 2, 3, 4 vents right in front. This is to let you know that your fan is disabled, so until you get up to operating temp, the fan does not turn on. Right here you can do you could turn it off, or you could leave it in auto. I just leave it in auto. And then here is your quick attach. So you pull this back, it'll release it, and then just to lock it on, you just hold that button. Super, super simple. We'll go ahead and demonstrate that right now. So if I hold this button, it will unlock those like that. And then if I hold the lock button, it locks them back into place. So that's super, super nice. We're gonna go ahead and drop this door closed real quick. And I'll demonstrate for you guys the wiper. So I'll turn the wiper on right now. Clean off the windshield. Super nice, you can go faster. Or you can do the washer fluid. It drops it from up there, and that runs a couple times and cleans off your window nice and good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this sways you in one direction or the other to either buy this machine or doesn't buy this machine, let me know in the comments what you guys do. I personally really enjoy this machine. I think it's a good bang for your buck. It's about $20,000 cheaper for the same machine as a Bobcat. So Bobcat was about $20,000 to $25,000 more expensive than the same horsepower, same lifting capacity, and same high flow, backup camera, everything like that. So it's a lot more for that Bobcat. A lot of those features don't come standard on the machine, and with this one, a lot of those features do come standard. I also really enjoyed this slide up door. I think it is great if you have your boom set in a higher location and you want to get out, you just slide the door up and you can get right out. It doesn't matter. You can also, if you're working, like say the other day I was moving a trailer, I hooked up a chain right in front of me, was able to disconnect it from staying in my seat and drive off. I didn't have to open the door, deal with anything getting in the way, slide it up, get it out, and you're good to go. Also, you can run it basically in an open cab configuration, which I think is very nice. Instead of having to take the door off, you could just open up the door and ride around with the screen open. It's nice on a beautiful day when you're doing something nice. If it's super, if the sun's hitting you at the wrong spot, sometimes that can mess up your view through a windshield. So I just think that this slide-up door is really a good option. Other than that, machine's been pretty solid. I've really enjoyed it, and I think all my guys have really enjoyed this machine. So I hope you guys do choose this machine. I think it is the best bang for your buck in 2025, 2026. So let me know what you guys think of this machine. If you do have it, if you do plan on getting it, I would say try renting it. Kubota does offer rentals, so you can test out the machine. You can use it on a couple jobs. You can also do demos. I believe you only get about 8 hours with the machine, free of charge. You get to demo. You could try this one, the 97, the 65. You could try all of those, but I think this is the best size, best bang for your buck. The 97 does have all those emissions components, which really do kind of eat out at the machine. Yes, you can do a delete, but then you don't get the warranty. So I think this one is the highest horsepower with the least emissions, and I think it's just the best option. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys have. Let me know what you guys are planning on getting. And until that, I will see you guys in the next one. We're planning on getting a new machine. We're going to do a brand new overview, and then we're going to do another 200-hour and overview, kind of like this one with that machine. We're also going to try and upload some working content. We're getting to that time of the year where you can see it's really, really rainy outside. So we're doing the best we can with work. But yes, so let me know what you guys plan on doing next season. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.